So they went down there and played, and their name of their team, Stanberry Wrestlers. No one believed them that they were wrestlers. They were wearing their wrestling shirts. They even wore wrestling warm-up shorts. And people said, no, they can't be wrestlers. But they are. And they proved they're not basketball players from what I hear. But they did have fun, and that's their MO. We have a lot of fun all the time as we go about. And Devin almost missed the fun this year. He kind of made us worry. This junior, two-time state qualifier coming into the season, decided, I don't think I'm going to wrestle. And he ran into me one day, and I just said, you know, it's your choice. I'm going to respect whatever choice you make. But you do realize you're sitting here as a junior, a two-time state qualifier. Stanberry's program has only been around since 1976. We have never had a four-time state qualifier. He goes, that's my goal. I told him, I said, if you want to make that goal, you got to be out this season. He came out, and we were very thankful for it. And he wrestled a heck of a year for us, and ended up down at state for the third year in a row. And so now he's got to commit to one more year. And next year, we're hoping that we come out with some hardware other than just saying, hey, I made it to state. Then we're going to skip the next one for a little bit and go to Kevin Stoll. I didn't see too many tears out of him this year, but the first match of the year would have been a good time to be crying when he pulled a kid on top of him, knee landed on his chest, and it had to hurt. He got up and he couldn't breathe. I'm not sure exactly what he did. I figured he probably broke something, but they never proved it. And he was a kid you had to tell positive things to all the time or he wouldn't believe you. He didn't think he had a chance making it to state. He didn't think he had a chance placing at conference. But you had to tell him, you got this chance. And his first round match was against a kid, the same kid that he hurt himself on the first match of the year. And I said, you win that first match, it's almost a lock for you. And he goes, oh, I don't know. But we trained and we worked, and he won that first match handedly against a kid he never had a chance to beat before. Never, lost to this kid every time he'd wrestle him. Beat him handedly, and he was, hey, maybe. Then he started looking at the bracket, maybe I do. And Bryce, I kind of wish Levi Mitchner was here also. Don't be surprised if he sends you a graduation card thanking you that you're out of there, because half of his losses this season came to those two men. And that says a lot about him. He got down to the state tournament. We got through districts, and he just said, oh, I hope I don't draw Cody Renzelman first round. Who'd he draw? Cody Renzelman first round. And he went out and gave it his all again. Got beat, but came back and was one match away from placing at the state tournament. He didn't even think he would have a prayer of being in that situation, and he proved that he had that capability and should have been there. There was no doubt in our mind that he should have been at the state tournament. Then we move to the end of the line there and go with Connor Rozier. Connor's another kid. I wish I would have known this as a freshman, but we need to set his goal of being in the state championship match, and he probably would have been there all 3 years. His freshman year, he set the goal. He wanted to break some of his brother's records. He wanted to have the most pins on the team. He did that. He guaranteed that at the district match or district meet. I'm not saying he checked out, but he was satisfied, maybe too satisfied, and got beat. Then he realized that some of those kids down there at state are the same kids he whooped up on all year long. Well, I could do that. Then as a sophomore, his goal was to make it to state and get a pin. Well, he did that. Then he was happy. Not satisfied necessarily, I guess, but he was happy with it. And when he lost out, then he saw that someone medaled that he beat all year long. This year, his goal was to next year, so hopefully him and Justin could see who's going to be the state champion. That's one of our goals there, to see that. That'd be a great match. If we just put our mind there, we could be there. And one of his goals is to break the 100-pin record. 100 pins in our school history. The pin record is at 92, and he is sitting at 80, 86. He's got 86 on his career right now. So that's definitely within reach. Then we go to the person who's sitting in second right now of all-time pins. Andy Luke is also sitting in second of all-time career wins at Stanberry with 125. And 87 of those wins came by pin. You know, not bad for, like he said down at State all week long down there at State, not bad for a bunch of country boys from Northwest Missouri. All year long, these guys have been stepping up. They're the leaders of our team. Us being the third smallest school in the state, we took it with great pride that we had a full squad this year. We had 14 positions filled, and then we had 5 JV kids on top of that. And that just goes to show what these guys have done over the years and how people are buying into our system and realize that, yes, this is the toughest sport in the world, but the rewards are so great and that make it so much fun. So, congratulations, guys. Thank you very much.
I'll conclude our presenters, but we should also mention some of the other wrestlers that were part of the event, invited to the event tonight. Hamilton had, like Stanberry, 7 qualifiers. Brock Barton, Cole Crawford, Dylan Kin, Michael Lamp, Robbie Ruth, Matt Schieber, and Cole Whitaker. Gallatin had the finalist this year. In fact, the individual that Bryce beat to win the title, and Levi Mitchner, Peter Steele, and Bo Malo were other 2 Gallatin qualifiers. And Mount Air also had a finalist this year and runner-up finalist. In fact, Dylan Lame. They also had Cade Lamson and Wes Piercebacher. Now we'll conclude the program with Northwest Wrestling Club's Nick Brink.
First of all, I'd just like to have all of the wrestlers stand, please. All of you. Everybody. Everybody. Adults, anybody who's ever wrestled, stand up, please. Now I'd like for everybody to give everybody a round of applause. You know, wrestling really is a strange sport. Most people you walk up to and you say, hey, you want to go fight somebody one-on-one? Most people are going to turn that down. And then you say, hey, you want to go do it in front of your peers, especially in high school? A lot more are going to turn it down. It really is a strange thing, but it's a great thing too. I'd like you all to turn around and take a look at that guy, the bald guy back there. He's going to be real upset with me after this, but his name is Jason Sack.